What's up, everybody? It's your girl Juju, your host. But everybody loves Juju. 1-2 Talk Soups. What's happening, Groovy? Thank you for joining. You're always the first up, and I appreciate that. I loved your input the other night. You gave some good takes and information in the chat, and it really kept the conversation going. Always a pleasure to have you. Anybody else that's new here, I'm your host Juju. I talk hoops. My brand is all about USC, but it's all about women's hoops in general. I have a couple of favorite teams out there that I'm watching, but I love the game all the way around, just in general. Played it all my life. Of course, I stopped about probably 20 something years ago. High school, college, little pro am, pre WNBA. Um, Listen, this is a great week to be a Trojan. Number one, Jazzy Davidson. If you aren't familiar yet with her, get familiar with her game. She's the best looking freshman, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Uh, right now, after the first 2 to 3 games of the season, Jazzy was named National Freshman of the Week. Rightfully so. 21 points. She had like 5 blocks, 4 assists, some rebounds against North Carolina State. Most importantly, she had the go-ahead winning layup for the Trojans, and a wild game that ended up with the Trojans upsetting North Carolina State. You can make all the excuses that you want. I don't want to hear them. Um, for instance, Zam was in foul trouble. Camille wasn't shooting her best. Uh, Whatever the case may be, no, she got in foul trouble because our defense put her in foul trouble. Camille, you weren't getting your shots because you got locked up by the overall collective committee defense of the Trojans. And bottom line is we won by one, and you only need one to win. Shout out to both teams though, because I think that they have been that game. Shout out to North Carolina State, because honestly, the two best games that I've seen this year have all included North Carolina State, and I know that that's going to help North Carolina State down the way. If they continue and they can work through, um, meshing together. With the addition of Samuels, who's from UConn, did really well. With the addition of Camille Pierre, you're right there. Now, in my opinion, I would use Trigger a little bit more. She did take some outside shots, but Trigger should tilt the Trigger to 6'6" center. She she uh she could really mix it up. Keep taking those shots from the outside. They look great, but also get down low and catch the ball up high and put it up that way. That may help as well. But overall, um, my Trojans are coming along just fine. I think we have a really balanced team and a balanced attack. I'm always proud of our defense. I think that it's just not one person that you have to focus on. You need to be looking out for London Jones, our sniper, but also our driver. Thank goodness for her being on our team and bringing her veteran senior experience to the table. I'm not surprised by London Jones at all. Lundeezy has been DZ since her freshman year. Okay? If you're not familiar with her game, as we are in Southern California, DZ has always been a hooper, has always been um, just who she is. And as long as we continue to include her and continue to utilize her and allow her the freedom to play her game and to feel confident, she's going to be a great asset to us. Kara Dunn is also. Kara got in some foul trouble. She had averaged 21 points the last couple of years against North Carolina State, or was it last year? She contributed very well to us as well. Um, so shout out to Kara for especially what I love about Kara is her offensive rebounding, her rebounding in general. I love her height, because she can swap between being a two guard to being a four. What's up, Miss D? Miss D, good. You're up. Good. Well, it's afternoon, isn't it? 1:15 here in California, where I'm at on the West Coast. Um, I'm just still, that fourth quarter by Kennedy, like Kennedy was very impactful. Missed some shots, maybe not shooting a high percentage, but Ken Dog really was that type of utility player last year. She was mainly a defensive juggernaut, and we want to see her more contribute offensively. But I know that she will. I like the fact that she found her mid range. She's good on the drive, on the run out. She has a step back, Dirk Nowinski type shot that she got going on. But she does is she does so many intangible things that impact the game that you can never say you can never say anything bad about Kennedy. But I hear a lot of content creators like want her to be more offensive minded, whatever that might look like. But if you watch excuse me, if you watch Kennedy in high school, she wasn't like the one that was doing all the, you know, money making offensive things for Etowanda High School. I mean, she had Grace Knox, she had Puff, um, that plays for Cal Berkeley right now. So she's kind of still doing the same things that she did in high school, but she's good. She's right there. She's doing just fine. Don't even worry about Kennedy. Kennedy is going to impact and be and do the things that she needs to do when she needs to do it. And I guess yes, her 3 point shot, it will start falling. All of our 3 point shots are going to fall. They're good looks. They're definitely good looks. But with the speed of the game and us trying to get, I mean, because we played up tempo, we grab it out of the net and we're gone. So I hope on Saturday the South Carolina is ready for that. Because not only will we push the ball, we'll also push you on defense. You know, uh, I so many players. What I love right now that a lot of people aren't talking about is our depth on the bench. First game we scored 41 points off the bench against New Mexico State. So let's say, well, they're not ranked, Julie. Okay, well let's talk about a ranked team, a highly ranked team, a top 10 team. We averaged 25 points from our bench alone. Okay, but if you look at the match, if you look at the points scored, South Carolina with Clemson, our point totals are similar. However, the difference was South Carolina was playing an unranked team. But note that they're playing a rival. So rival games to me, rivals play you harder. They have more motivation, and they can take you out of the game a little bit as well. And then also, they had something troublesome come up for them with the announcement from Don Staley of the suspension of little Matty Mouse for their team. So that just tells you that you know, there was a disruption. I understand that Matty was injured, probably might have not played anyway the other night, or maybe not even have played. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Yes, yes, fight on. Hi, Jacob. Anyway, but the fact that something disturbing went on and then Twitter went a buzz and went wild with trying to guess what it was and what it wasn't. Um, One thing about Don that I know is that you know basketball is important, but being a better person and a better human and learning life lessons is also part of the game. And so this is not a thing where anyone is bigger than the team. So whatever it was, um, it warranted, I think, whatever she chose, the team chose to to do um, in that decision making. So, but I have to tell you, the game didn't look real good. Yes, 18 points from Joyce, that was great. Okot, I don't think did shot very well. I think Lassett had about 12. Not putting her down for that. But everything else was just a little slow, a little disjointed. Um, just look, they didn't look at the South Carolina that I know. But again, it's November, right? All trying to gel, trying to get used to each other, which is with everybody. And so, with that being said, Brian Jenkins says we're going to beat South Carolina Saturday night. Brian is not. Brian, you're not playing, huh? You are not playing. Yeah, it's getting the buzz is out there is in SoCal. Uh, when Lele, my laser Fawali, she decided to transfer, and Juju suffered a tornado ACL first, and I think then Fawali decided to transfer. Um, the ticket sales kind of like kind of went on a hush. It wasn't you know it wasn't the same buzz and the same hype. But I think after seeing the Trojans playing as well as they are and making that great upset, ticket sales are going ticking back up, and I think people are realizing, hold up, Juju or not, and Juju's hype on the sidelines is cinema. It's must see TV in itself. Is worth catching your ticket, getting your ticket, and coming on down to the Crypto Center, formerly of the Staples Center, and come to the game. Come support these women. Come see um, a matchup that I guarantee you is going to set crypto on fire. We are going to be loud. We're going to be boisterous. We're going to be excited um, to play against the powerhouse team of South Carolina. And if we win, I'm a little bit nervous to win, actually, because of the early season rankings, and what that might look like. So Brian said Jazzy can play. Only wish Juju was on the court. Man, Gamecocks will destroy USC. Okay, Farrell says the Gamecocks will destroy. I don't think they'll destroy us at all, Farrell. I don't. We fight on too much. We play with too much grit. Nobody's gonna destroy us. And it's just the only way that can happen is we just absolutely display goofy. I don't know. Like I've never seen that in the last couple of years. Gee, that girl's so cold. I assume you're talking about Jazzy. Oh, you ain't seen it all yet. You ain't seen it all. Oh, congratulations! There were signings today. As you know, Saniyah Hall signed officially with the Lady Trojans. Welcome, Saniyah Hall. We can't wait for you to get there. Her coach said she's not just a great basketball player, she's a even better person and human being, and I believe it. She's very humble, not arrogant, and all those things. So that's the best thing to know that we're going to have so many superstars at once on the court. And one, I know too many people that know of Juju since she was started basketball, and she's a very humble person. Jazzy's a humble person. Sanaya's a humble person. We won't have no egos out there competing with one another. Um, their whole mission is that they want to win. So Farrell says Gamecocks travel. Well, good. Oh, yeah. Well, great. Gamecocks will be there. Gamecock fans, I look forward to hearing and seeing some of them. I'm right in the middle in terms of sitting. I'm gonna have Trojan fans to my left, or excuse me, to my right probably, and the Gamecock fans to my left. So they better be ready um, for it all. Yep, you're talking about Jazzy. But I was going to say to you, congratulations to Iowa. You got Wozniak, I think is how you pronounce it, Wozniak. You got her. That was a great, great, great pickup for Iowa. Hope you can build around that with her. That I think that's a good place for her. I would have liked her as well, but I think that's even better for her to be with the Hawkeyes. Do I see championship and all? Y'all very, very. Oh, we already know that. That's a given with Jazzy, Jew, Saniyah Hall, and Satya Fagan. I want to give a shout out to a youngster that is from Oakland Tech. I'm from the Bay Area. I played in ball in the Bay Area in high school. And Jai Johnson, we are really happy and just anxious. Like she clicked like some things I say on Twitter. Like we really are interested in picking her up as well. She would give us the bulk and the height that everyone is looking for us to have, even though we have a 6'5" person, Ukiah Milton, but Ty Johnson, I think, is 6'6" out of Oakland Tech. Youngster, would love to have come down here and play with the Trojans. So shout out to you, Jai, if you're watching my show. I'd love to have you up here and interview you and talk to you. And wherever you go, we'll support you. And good luck on your high school season. SC is not a serious team. Oh, you guys aren't? The Gamecocks are not a serious team? Okay. I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking about the Trojans are not a serious team? Huh. Okay. Keep talking. Ryan, where have you been? Barrel Gamecocks by 22. Okay. What up, Kayla? Anybody want to respond to Farrell? Because this person thinks that we'll lose by 22, but you couldn't beat Clemson by 22, and Clemson was just taking threes, don't drive or have no rebounding skills, and you think we're going to lose by that? Okay, an opportunity to hand South Carolina lots. Number one, King Lion. Okay, groovy. What up? I've been around. I think that this game will come down to the wire. I do too. Not to mention South Carolina probably coming into this game with a chip on their shoulder. Why would they have a chip on their shoulder? I'm not sure why they would have a chip on their shoulder. Tell me more about that. What up, Dave? Miss you. They beat Clemson by 28 points. And who is Clemson? They're not even ranked. And you only scored 60, not even a 6-7. I think you scored 65. And you got to admit, you didn't play your best game. It's okay to admit that. There's going to be times when I'm going to have to come up and swallow it and say, well, no, we didn't play that well. You can't possibly tell me that that was a great game for Carolina. It wasn't. Sweet 16, Elite 8 for women. Yep, it is in Sacramento. Taylor, I'm thinking about if we are there, driving up there, okay? Because the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 will be in Sacramento. And then, if my Trojans are there, I'm going to be at the Cal Classic on December 21st at the Chase Center when we play Cal. So I'll be there on December 21st for that. Just in and out of town. No, they did not shoot well. Did anybody feel like South Carolina shot well from three? Please raise your hand. Their point guard is apparently suspended as well. Yeah, Matty Mouse. But Farrell says we're going to lose by 22. Notice, who was it that came in my chat before we played North Carolina State and told me I was going to lose by 15? Tell me who that. And they had to swallow a little bit of crow on that one. They told me we were going to lose by 15. I said no. The 15, you're out of your mind. Not even close. This game will come down to the wire. I think the Trojans are going to take it. Boom. Chicago Cheetah. Dude, well, you know what really impressed about Jazzy Davidson Ohio State? When we struggled shooting in the first half, she was blocking shots, sharp passing, rebounding, and playing D. Exactly. If her shooting is not falling, she does other things well. And what you noticed when she came out in the second half, she was 4 for 4. Bam, right off the back. And just got cooking, just got going. And the same thing happened, and I told you, about being out ill for 2 weeks and trying to find her footing. She's finding it. And then said she was a little nervous, the first game. So I'm glad I love the schedule that Coach C has set for us because we get to play everybody we need to play to make a big, big difference. And it won't hurt us, especially since we're ranked, under these teams. We just won't be playing Texas. We won't be playing LSU. We won't be playing like somebody like Oklahoma. Don't know how long Oklahoma is going to be in the position that they are at 6. I really think could be for sure a 6th place team, ranked team right now. But if we beat South Carolina, for instance, who's number 2, I'm not quite sure that they'll give us rankings of number 2, but I wouldn't doubt that they aren't. In the bracketology, we're number 2 right now. So that's something that you can pay attention to. It's called the March Madness bracketology. They keep moving pieces and pieces around as games are played. So, and then you fly to Phoenix to go for the Final Four. Correct. You'll be there too? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drive up there. We'll see it. We'll see if we can, can catch dinner or something prior to the game. Yeah, Jazzy is so cold. Jazzy, you ain't seen nothing yet. And the crazy thing about it is, even though we gotta leave Jew out because she is an exceptional generational talent, and it's hard. It's hard. It makes it hard on people like Jazzy and Aaliyah Chavez when you compare Juju's first game to theirs. She didn't need any time to warm up to the game because the girl is elite. She's different, and starting off with beating the number 8 Ohio State right off the bat after we were ranked 21 and scoring 32 points, and then going on to score 30 points 13, 14 times, being named freshman of the Pac week of the Pac-12 14 times. It was just what she did was just special, and then she was surrounded by seniors, so that helped a lot too. So I don't want to compare Jazz, although, and then also I think Jazzy and Juju's game is different, which is what I love because people are like, what are you guys gonna do with Jazzy? And you got Kennedy and you got stuff. Their games are so different. That's the beauty of it, and they all complement each other, and they can all play different positions. USC didn't shoot well against NC State. What do you think the real SC will do to the Trojans? Lose? I meant she struggled, but obviously, yeah, Jazzy is. The shots that we missed, they were right on the money. They weren't like garbage shots or shots that were just like ill advised or you know, you know what I'm saying, or they were contested shots. So but the second half is what you want to look at. So y'all, you hear Farrell, but Farrell, the difference is we played a ranked team. Okay, we didn't have a horrible shooting night against a non-ranked team. Sarah Williams shot 4 for 17. Aaliyah Chavez, Sahara Williams shot 4 for 17. Aaliyah Chavez shot 4 for 17. That ain't gonna get it done. No, it's not. But more importantly, you can leave Aaliyah alone because being the freshman nerve, big stage, first top ranked team that she's coming to, and she got in foul trouble. Her defense is really suspect. She's not. Jazzy's a two-way player, and I'm comparing the two of them because we're talking about freshman of the year candidates. Her defense is poo. It's right. It looked like a freshman type of defense. Like she's gonna have to work on that. And Lauren Betts got ate up on Twitter. Chavez got ate up on Twitter. I feel bad for the kids. It's like I don't know. They'll figure it out. Let's just say that UCLA didn't even play. No, UCLA didn't even play well. No, no, I can't lie. That game was boring as hell. It just was. It was just a bunch of running up and down. Like I feel bad for Aaliyah because they're trying to push the ball, but they don't really have no transition game. Like she couldn't even get into a half court set and work through Reagan Beers. Like but Betts' defense was crazy. Her blocking skills, she's just a big body. But that Deanna Nipkins looked really well. Kiki looks the same. Um, first for the first half, Charlize Legend Walker to me was great, but I think her conditioning needs to come up to par. Dukalex was amazing. She finally looked like the player that I remember a couple of years ago. She did really well, and Hawkins. I believe the race for the conference will go through Louisiana. You're talking okay, so you're talking about SEC. I believe you're talking about SEC. Hi, Juju. Hi, by you with the butter. So you're talking about the SEC. You think that um, Louisiana's LSU will be above Texas and South Carolina? Tell me if that's what you mean. Will Maddie be back? No. Don Staley said she will. No, I doubt it. No, she's suspended, and it doesn't look like it's study hall either. USC versus SC officially. Oh, maybe one of the best rivals in sports. We haven't even played them. How do we have a rivalry? We don't have a rivalry with SC. I mean, we played them years ago, but currently we don't have anything against them. They don't. I I don't know what other than they want to fight over a name that I was already won in a lawsuit for us to use, be the one that can use and use it as logos and things like that. So and damn sure ain't academics, and it's damn sure ain't number of championships. We have 138 national championships, so it damn sure ain't that. So I don't know what rivalry. We can start it. We can start it after Saturday, because I will be there when Jew and everybody's back, and we travel to Colonial Life Arena next year. So when you play both sides of the court, you're able to pull out a great win. Shooting terrible against NC State. Great job, the real USC. Exactly. 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 And neither kids, and see, and I'm not even counting efficiency. I want the ball to go up. I want Jazzy and Ken to shoot the damn ball until they find their rhythm and they find their shot. I don't care, because I know that what I've learned in 2 games watching Jazzy is once she figures it out, it might take her 2 quarters, like it takes Juke one, takes her 2 quarters. She comes out and it's barbecue chicken. So today, and y'all can continue to talk in the chat and debate. Not sure what I heard Farrell's take. He said we're going to lose by 22. Somebody told me I was going to lose by 15 in North Carolina State. I was like, geez, what have you been watching? What? Ooh, wow. Now, NC State Tennessee game did look pretty awesome, but I knew when we got on, nobody's playing any defense. We play defense in this side of town, okay? I'm trying to figure it out myself. I believe her name is Wolich. Oh, yeah, she's going to be good for y'all. But I heard someone say it's pronounced Lechko. You want to just call her McKenna? Just call her McKenna, because she's going to be good. McKenna's tough. All right, so I would love the Trojans to be held to 59 points in the whole game by the game. But your defense, our defense is better. Your defense is not a whole shit. SC Upstate. Okay, Kentucky played. I'm not even gonna name the team they're playing unless it's worthy, like unless it's 2 ranked teams. So today, 3:30 Kentucky, 3:30 my time, by the way, West Coast. Kentucky, Ole Miss, 4 o'clock. Notre Dame, 4 o'clock. UConn today, 4:30. LSU today, 5 o'clock. Michigan State, 3:30. Duke at 4 o'clock. Vanderbilt, 4 o'clock. Louisville at 4 o'clock. Iowa State at 4:30. TCU at 4:30, and Oklahoma at 6. That's a lot of great games on. Okay, and I'm not sure I'm gonna sit on up here and live and watch it with y'all. But what I will be doing is looking at most of these games, and whatever is catching my attention and is worthy of watching, I'll be definitely looking for upsets. And if there's something exciting that goes on with these games, especially an upset, I will definitely come up to talk about it. I'd love to hear your takes about it, for sure. Um, Juju, I think top recruit Jordan Jackson will be good at Maryland next season. Jordan Jackson. Oh, Jordan. Oh, you see her? You see Jordan at Maryland? Hey, come here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I know who Jordan Jackson is. Wow, I gotta think about that. But I trust that you know best. So I'm trying to think what will make you think that she would go good there. Because I don't really know the identity of Maryland and what that would look like for Jordan. Jordan's Jordan's pretty cool. She's undersized, but she to me she is. She could be 5'9", 5'10", but she kind of undersized. Like when it comes to like playing the position that she probably better suited at. She's not a one. She's not a two. So that's why when I think of her, I'm thinking like, damn. what do we do? Where does she fit? But she's always where rebound is. I'll tell you that much. I watched an overtime select. SC got what, 9 players? Yeah, they got 9 players, but Farrell said they're gonna beat us by 22 points with 9 players. No, and their bench doesn't even score as much as our bench. Jordan, another Sidwell Friends product like Kiki and Kendall Dudley. Right, right. I saw a former Bruin player, Elena Amersaw. I seen her play too at North Carolina. She looks good out there. I thought she looked good out there for the beginning of the season for the Trojans, but when Kiki got back and then she would get thrown in and out of the game, she didn't look the same as she did in the beginning of the season, and something happened with her confidence. But I felt that Elena was a great player. So I'm happy that she's at North Carolina and she looks good and comfortable and like her and happy and like herself. You know what I'm saying? So I totally saw that. I was watching. I liked Elena. Ball for real nailed it. Jordan, another Sidwell Friends. SC got what? Yeah, if you're talking about what he said up here with 9 players listed to play, sometimes less is more. What up, Tulip? So I was told Tulip in my chat that USC Trojans were going to lose by 22, and that we could be held under 60 points on Saturday. What say you? You have anything you want to add to that? I'll read it off. Ball for us. What's good, Tulip? But I hate to say it, and I was not entertained at all or impressed with UCLA and Oklahoma, and maybe because I don't know, UCLA had a little a lot more spry, and you know, Farrell. It was our first game together, and we struggled, but end up blowing them out by how many points? Damn near 50, not 28. Our first game. We didn't even play exhibition games, Farrell. We're doing this without exhibition games. We're doing this with 2 controlled scrimmages. And if you know what they are, controlled scrimmages are, they're scrimmages where you play 20-minute halves and then they're controlled. Whistle, stop, blow, running clock sometimes not. You're just putting in players, you're trying different. It's not even a game. So you're funny. Like you set the bar way up here where you guys should be judged. Remember, we don't have Juju. That's the claim. We don't have Juju, so we're not even ranked. We're an 18th ranked team. Like, come on. You weren't watching the games last year. Juju was doing Juju things, but we were a complete team. It wasn't based on feed Juju. Nobody was feeding her the ball. I saw the USC NC State on replay. London was popping trays. Man, she was pop. She had 4 out of 9 trays, bro. Looks good over there. I see Coach Gottlieb still rotating London in and out for defensive purposes and everything. Nah, she do everything. London is our catalyst off the bench. You never know. May start. I don't know. Our main position, there's only one position that we're doing by committee that we kind of, put Gerda, put Laura, put Viv, in that spot. But everybody else, we kind of know how that would, we want that to look. I love Diana Mendez. I love off the bench. I love London coming off the bench. I love Gerda wherever you want to play. I wouldn't mind Gerda starting. I've had UConn and UCLA as my 1 and 2 for months. Now they have balanced teams. Yes, exactly. And what makes UCLA so hard to beat is that they kept out of everybody the core. They kept the main thing. And so with players who've been playing with each other for 3 to 4 years, you got to give them the edge because they've been playing together so long while everybody else is kind of. And then also UCLA didn't play, and who else? Somebody else. Tamia and somebody else is out right now. Damn, I forgot. But yeah, they still haven't. When she gets back and whoever the other one was, and I can't remember offhand. Yeah, Always remind them USC was ranked 18 based on the Sweet 16 is a good outcome. Uh huh. Yeah, absolutely. Their teams are ranked top five, so better than C5. I don't really want to tell you guys what I see our team being ranked as. You. If I would have told you that I already saw the eighth right early like this, you wouldn't have believed me. You wouldn't believe me. So I didn't even try to open my mouth. And where I could see us floating as high as during the season, whether or not we stay there, and not stay there because we didn't get better. We're going to continue to get better. But it's really at what one returning starter because everybody else is going to get better. And the schedule, what's going to be in our favor is she created a tough schedule, playing top ranked teams. That's what's going to help us in the long run. And I'm glad she did it. But she did it in a way where she mixed in teams that also give us a chance to win and also um, gives us a chance to mesh and to gel and to try and to play the majority of our players on the team. Okay? 10 out of 12. We played 10 out of 12 players. But actually, we played all of our players in the first game. And you'll see a lot of that. I saw Hannah Stuckey developing her game over the season. I can't say that. I can't say that for Lauren Betts either. I totally agree. But she missed a lot of outside shots, right? But she took them. That's my thing. I saw that she took them. Oh, Farrell is going by. Farrell's not watching the games, y'all. He's going by the ESPN predictor, that the matchup predictor. Don't go by that, Farrell. Please don't go by that. Because I think I saw the matchup predictor with us playing NC State. Can't remember. I think it was in our favor or their favor because I couldn't tell by the colors, but I think it was in our favor. But yeah, the matchup predictor saw something crazy, but that's already kind of created before the season starts. Sienna, that's it. It's Sienna. Ball for real. Thank you. It's Tamia and Sienna. So yeah, they'll look totally. They'll look hopefully better, even better. I'm just waiting for next year when we'll see the switch defense in basketball. No women's college basketball, all of the basketball. When we'll see the switches defense in basketball. Or no women's college basketball. What does that mean, Tulips? Tulip, yeah, but Lauren is the one who was supposed to be top three, right? I need her to expand her bag because she's 6'7", and that's it. I agree. She took some middies and the leaner, yeah. And I want to see her do it more, Tulip, and not go back to old habits. She's got to expand that and stop bringing the ball down. If Lauren was on USC, she would be huffing and puffing. She would. If she played for us, she would be. She would be. Maybe we would hold her back, like she'd be the trailer. If Lauren was, yeah, but the Caramel Trojan, 26-27, gotcha. The switches, defense, and basketball, it's gonna be freaking nuts. The defense, the defense to the offense, the transition game, the read and react offense. Folks are gonna be huffing, puffing, and all kind of craziness. It's gonna be like Showtime Lakers, 80s ball. For sure, telling you, Jazzy, Juju, Saniyah, Kennedy, and Satya, they don't know Tulip. They don't know what's getting ready to hit them upside their big heads. And anybody else that want to come off the, Malia, shit, I put Ryan and Brooke in. I put Laura in. Put Viv in. Whoever's decided to, well, there's no reason for anybody to leave. We have two seniors. Everybody need to hang in there and celebrate. You helped us get to where we are. No hard feelings, you know. And I'm glad people are getting an opportunity to see why. No one was upset that Avery and Kaylee left. Good, well wishes to them. But if you can see why they left. If you're smart, you would understand why they left. Because if they wasn't humble enough to come off the bench and know that Coach G gonna give you time, it ain't gonna they Jazzy, Juju, Saniyah, and Kenny and Sataya ain't gonna need a whole lot of minutes to do what they're gonna do. You're gonna get plenty of time because they're gonna run up a score so tough that you can play the whole second half over most of these teams. And I'm not talking about ranked teams, but most of these teams that we play, you're gonna get time. And you're probably gonna get time off a ranked team when we get up enough lead for you to come in and go off to the place. Who's your team? You already know I root for LA teams across boards. Most of them are doing well right now. Straight up, Tulip. Straight up. Most people have never heard of Sataya. I've been putting them. Yeah, I mean it's crazy because it's like she's Australian. She won a silver medal. She did you see her bringing up the ball in the World Athletics USA team this year? Uh, like can handle the ball, bring up the ball. She's long and lanky, longer than Jazzy. Like they're not watching. They have no idea what we just did. I saw. I thought that she ran her down. She ran her down. She ran K9 down and blocked her to the ground. It looked like Braun on Igadaga. I saw that. I don't know. And I was like, she had K9 had no awareness that she was coming. You know who Neepkins reminds me of basketball wise? She reminds me of Allen Houston. Oh, I loved Allen Houston. Oh wow, what a comparison. Yeah, okay, Allen Houston. Okay. She said, K9, this is what you get for leaving my future team. I was saying the same thing. I was saying the same thing. Oh, I was like, oh, heck oh. This is what you get for leaving Juju and them. How dare you? You can leave, but don't talk trash on the way out. Because nobody did anything to you. Because there could be all kind of personal reasons or reasons that you feel that you need to go and whatever they are. I wish you the best. But next man up, you know, next man up. I can't cry about it. But but this is a message to those of you that think that Kennedy or Juju. I'm like, all right, somebody had that. I said, you got to be joking me. You got to be joking me that you think that Juju Watkins will leave USC. I mean, I don't even. I just turn the TV off when you say stupid shit like that. That just lets me know like you're just rage baiting. That's all. You've got to be. You've got to be, or you just don't know the basketball, or you just don't understand. Just remember, part two of On the Rise is before the big game on Saturday. Please watch it. If you want to get to know Juju a little bit more and what she's about and who she is, watch On the Rise with Juju Watkins, part two from her series. If you didn't watch the six or so episodes last year, watch them now and come back and watch the four that she has going because you absolutely don't know what you're talking about. I also want to give a shout out to Coach Gottlieb because no one is doing it. You can continue digital creators, content creators, influencers, whatever you want to call yourselves. God bless you to all because we're all in the same boat together. Coach Gottlieb is doing the damn thing. Coach Gottlieb and her staff are doing the damn thing. She's on the sidelines. She's calling plays. I've never seen this much coaching. She never had to do this much coaching with the young team that she's doing now. The play at the end that looked like a 1-4 high, and as quickly as it was drawn up and as quickly Zoe played Jazzy high. I don't know what she thought Jazzy would pop out for. Jazzy slipped and went to the basket with an excellent on the money pass from Kennedy for an easy lay. Put us up 69-68. IQ, baby. IQ. You got to have IQ. You can't just be just a athletic, great physical specimen or basketball player. Your team has to have a basketball IQ. The coaches can't come out there and play for you. You got to have an IQ for basketball. So I'm sure the way it was drawn up, if the person plays you high, you slip. If they play behind you, you do X, Y, and Z. You set a pick, screen, whatever. Kennedy come back for the ball. after you pass it in, usually it comes back to you. It was 10 seconds left on the clock. Beautiful play. Beautiful IQ. Drawn up by Coach G. And Coach G standing there, right there, standing up talking. So, she did that. So, shout out to you, Big Lens. Yeah, she's going to be drafted no matter what. The problem is, will Lauren Best be drafted, be considered a first round drafted? That's the thing. It's a matter of what the Dallas Wings will want. Is she a number one draft pick? Two, this is the thing, right? This is gonna be crazy to see how this all turns out. Let's see. I think I saw those already. I got mad at another IO fan online because he said Juju can't carry Caitlyn Jackstrap, but what was the most ignorant statement I ever said in my life? And I said I would address it. Okay. I can't carry Caitlyn Jackstrap. Okay. I saw something on Twitter that wanted Juju to stay uh, for the full 4 years, which I think is, in my opinion, humble opinion, is a strong possibility uh, to stay just so she can break the record. In all fairness, you know what I'm saying? Anytime a CC fan diss the player, it's a compliment. It means they know that the player's a problem, whether it's Angel, Page, Juju, or whatever. Tulip, you are so wise. You're wise beyond your years. I've been saying that for 2 years. Every time people would compare Paige or they compare Caitlyn, I just sat there and laughed in my head and out loud because I was like, you're comparing a 22, 23-year old to an 18-year old? Do you listen to yourself? The fact that you're even having a conversation about this 18-year-old with these seniors, right? And this fifth-year player should answer your question how great she is. And she's still learning. It makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. I'm like, did you just hear what you just did? You just compared the baby to these seniors and stuff. Like her story isn't even finished writing. I love Juju and Caitlyn both. Juju is my complete player, and the game is always fresh and so cold. She's the best player in basketball. I used to stick my foot in my mouth for comparison. And I don't think Caitlyn has a problem with it either. I mean, she actually has said it many times. She's like, I've never been guarded like Juju's guarded. And then they play totally different. I think we got to push both to be great for the game. You know what I'm saying? In Asia. And the reason I mentioned like Asia and I mentioned, say, Juju in the same breath is because Juju's goal is to be like Asia. It wasn't a put down to Caitlyn. It was the fact that she wants to be dominant. Like she wants to play like she did against UCLA, the number one team, undefeated team with 38 points, 11 rebounds, 8 blocks, 5 assists, and five was it? I think it was 8, 5, and 5. Might have been 5 assists, 5 steals. That's a cold game. And when you actually watch the game and what she did, it was some cold work. I don't even see that in the NBA. They said they ain't even done in the WNBA. That was a cold game. She had the walls of Galen Center rocking. Okay, it was people couldn't even sit down. It was That's a game changer. But see, you're talking about in a market that offers pro sports, sometimes two pro teams in every sport. Damn near, baseball, football, basketball. We got hockey. We got soccer. We got major college programs. We got traffic. I say it all the time. So there's Hollywood. We have a lot of things to do. So to come to a game that you possibly can watch on TV or pull up to the game is a lot. I've been in Iowa. I had to fly to Iowa a year to go see from my job because the type of job I had to go see a kid on campus, and it's like there's nothing to do but know about Iowa basketball. So you're going to have a big fan base. You're going to, you don't even have a college, you don't even have a pro team. Like, of course she's gonna be popular. There's nothing to do. So for her to move LA the way she has and the effect that she's had on us, the effect to have a mural where Kobe and LeBron have been, and now Otani and Freeman and all the Dodgers. No, guys, no, no. It's not even a comparison. If Minnesota gets number one, I think Lauren is a lot. Maybe that would be a good pick. I like that ball for real. That might make sense. I, that's what I'm saying. It depends on who the team is, right? Because you can't teach 6'7", and everybody can use a big body, right? Hi, hooked them Booker, 79-73 USC. I like that. That would be an exciting game. 79 points, 79 going to, you say USC, I'm saying USC Trojan. Could either way. Or to South Carolina, 73. But if you're saying 79, like, if I say, and if I walk away, if they walk away in double figures against South Carolina, I'm just going to be like, whoa, whoa. It's time for them to retool over there and figure it out. Be will, be will. I watched a lot of film on Jai. Do you want to know my opinion? Yes, I do, Tulip. Yes, I do. Because I was really going by her build and her height and what we could develop out of her. But you tell me. Michaela Blakes is the best player in the world. Wow, I like Michaela Blakes, but she's not the best player in the world. She reminds me of me, like a track star, but she needs some other things to go along with that. If someone asks you right this moment, is Sonya Citron better than CT? Would you? Juju Watkins beat UCLA by herself, basically. But of course, I always say it's a team effort. But she damn near did. Sonya Citron better. I mean, last year she was. I can't say um, she was in college or anything like that. No, that UCLA game was one of the best performances I've ever seen in women's basketball. The complete game against the number one team at the time. All that. And the crazy part is they didn't even put the damn game on national TV. They didn't even have the common sense to even foresee that that was something that everybody would have wanted to see. I couldn't believe it when I realized that. I said, you couldn't switch something up. I was like, do you realize you didn't have this on Peacock? Of all the games you were putting on Peacock, NBC, ESPN, you did not do that for you. You didn't even have the weird. Maybe everything was locked in before they even knew that UCLA would be number one at the time. But it's a rival game. But I'm gonna tell you, man, if you go back and watch even just the highlights, it's the coldest game Juju's ever played. Can't beat your guys lost in the Big Ten championship game because you wanted it is to rely on one person. I don't think it was one person doing anything in that one game. I think that we ran out of gas. But she sat Juju too early. She threw in the towel. We're still hanging. And then she threw her back in the game. Immediately, Juju was guarding the inbound pass, stole the pass, and closed the game to 3. And then they were taking the ball out, and the freshman, I'm not going to say which freshman, decides to foul to stop the clock, and that's not what we wanted because there wasn't enough time for them to miss or to do a chance, I believe, of UCLA missing free throws. What you wanted to do was to go for the ball, create a disruption. Matter of fact, when Leah was a half a second or a second, if she wouldn't have fouled the kid, they were already going to get a 10-second violation, and then it would have went towards us again just to go ahead and score. So they'll look back at that too. But it's confusing. There's a lot going on. So little intricate details like that excitement going on. It was just meant to be that the girl missed the free throws. Malia missed the free throws. We stole the ball and we won. But it was just meant to be. But the fact that, for one, why are we that close to a team that is 10 rankings above us? Number two, how come we're even this close at the end of the game in the first damn place? And don't be like, oh, that's because Sam got in foul trouble. Yes, because we caused that. Oh, that's because Camille wasn't having a great game. Yes, because we locked her down. It's not because of them. It's because we forced this to happen. Okay? Give credit where credit is due. If you don't know about Coach Burns and her defensive schemes, then you don't know basketball. This woman has been this way ever since she coached at San Diego State. Okay? Catch up to the game. Learn the game. He has way more weapons fully than we did when we had Juju, Forbes, and Padilla. Okay? So, uh, these kids that are coming out of high school, even though they're young, they've been playing a lot of AAU ball. They got special trainers. They got a lot of film to watch. They get, like I said, I mentioned the trainers. So their IQ is a lot different. There's a lot more basketball for them to watch on TV as compared to my days. ESPN just came alive when I was at my senior year in high school. So senior or junior year. So it's kind of like it was hard. It was few and far between to see basketball, to see a favorite player, to watch any games. You know, to afford to go to a basketball camp and learn some things. These things that these kids have compared to what we have, and I got some ballers. I got some real hoopers. My era of the '80s was shit. I watched the '70s players, but there was far and few between uh, talent that as compared to the '80s, then the '90s, then the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020. These kids are, you got exceptional, generational, real generational that we throw around a lot. But if you, as talented as Jazzy is, and there's more to come, RC, with her, when she really figures out how good she really is at this level, she might have not have jumped out the gate like Juju, but she's damn sure gonna be coming up into her own for the rest of the season. Other than playmaking, Sonya's better at everything from defense to shooting. Okay, I agree. I agree. So Sonya almost had a 50-49 season as a rookie. I agree. Tulip plays exactly. Hawkeye fans would probably try to exile me, but hey, the truth is the truth. But what people are looking at is scoring. That's all. The only reason Juju is doing that is because that is her job. She's a scoring guard. She's a playmaker and a scoring guard. So that's her job, is to shoot and to score, right? But she adds all the other elements to it that make her an all-around player. Where I think Jazzy's a complete player as well. But they don't care about that. Let everybody else play defense and let her just shoot. That's what they want to see. Points. I watched her highlights and she had a great frame, athleticism, but she's super raw. She doesn't even get into her defensive stance always right. Right. And has a low motor on defense. Right. She's probably, yeah. I see that. I agree with that. But that's the thing. I think that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not asking her to step in like we need her right away to start. We're she's definitely a will develop. Like I can see her again. You can't teach size, and she has the athleticism. So that's all we need, and we'll work with that. Howdy, folks. Is it me or is it the audio skipping? Is it skipping, guys? Brazil, nobody told me that. Is it skipping for you guys? What's up, Brazil? I wouldn't mind her. Yeah, of course. I was just saying. We got to think about the future. After Juju's gone, I wouldn't mind her back of Messiah at the five. Yeah, but Saniyah can be four. Can play one. I would put her at one, but she can bring that ball up. But she's more than just a five. She's definitely a four. But I think we need to transfer in a big body five to like an old acre type. More like from the portal. That's why I want to look at TC because they grab all the overseas. I gotta search around and see. I noticed UConn I think went out of the country to get theirs for next year, but we definitely need that. My favorite. We don't need it, but it would be good. My favorite non-Hawkeye, non-Bruin player is probably your girl Jazzy. You really like her, don't you? See my picture with her? Sweet kid, sweet kid. Uh, they need a bigger option, more weight. Right. Rankings don't mean squat right now, Juju. Right, right, right. My audio is choppy. Let me go. Let me go. Come back. How about now? Let me know. Hopefully that's better. It's skipping. Hopefully it stopped. Oh, okay. Just okay. Texas has size, but I haven't been impressed. Even though I love Oldacre, I haven't been impressed with Texas yet. Texas is just so locked into a system to me. They don't free flow enough for me. I noticed he was playing Jordan Lee a lot because I was like, you're gonna lose Jordan if you don't let her loose. Jordan is ready to go, go, go. Oh, good, it stopped. Okay, thank you for catching that. Yeah, like they need to let Jordan Lee like just go. What do you guys think about all clear? Thank you, Brazil. I appreciate you coming in, my Rinchy Rich, letting me know what's happening. We're gonna find out about a lot of these teams in the next few weeks. You better believe it. You better believe it. Because one, we're gonna find out about something on Saturday. Two, when they go down during Thanksgiving, right, holiday, and they got to play. It's gonna be Texas, Duke, South Carolina, and UCLA, which I think is amazing. Are going to be down in the Vegas Classic. They're going to be banging on each other, and this is like, let's get it going. Let's get it going. That's at the end of November. It's going to be like, let's talk that talk. Let's go. Tula plays. Do you like Brit Prince on Nebraska? That's for you, Tula. I'm not even talking about. Yes, yes. I think it's motivation. I do think rankings at this moment, as it's getting started, when ranked teams play each other, I think it does mean something in a sense where it's a motivation. Kind of lets you kind of know where you are when you are playing those type of teams. When like we what we did upsetting North Carolina State and what I feel we're going to do on Saturday, and let's say it happens, there's still like opportunities uh, for us to lose, but I think it's a great motivation to go in and get ready, to play UConn. UConn has to come to us, okay? Not afraid of them at all. And UCLA, I think will split. I think that it's great for us that we get to play them at home and we get to play them up the road at UCLA. So, um, to a lot that you guys don't know, we haven't even shown. I know for a fact because I'm familiar with Gottlieb type teams. I'm familiar with the coaches and the coach staff. I'm familiar with what we do um, here and our culture. We haven't showed you guys everything that we have. That's why when people was like, Like, you really asked me, did I think we would beat UConn last year? And when I said yeah, they were just mouth dropped in the room. Like, you got to be kidding me. Why? Why? And I was just like, just watch. But you didn't look like this against this, and you didn't play like that against that. Doesn't matter. It's when you choose players for your program, you've watched them play at the highest level in high school. You watch them win state championships. You watch them play for state championships. You watch them in close games. You got film on them. You know what kind of person they are. You know their heart. You know the dog in them, and you know that they're, you know, you just know that they take instructions well. They understand winning culturally. You know the impact, and they're able to, like, it's hard to play a read and react offense because it really takes trust in one another. I think it takes understanding where your teammates like the ball given to them, but also the history of the game. Like, they understand the impact of what it would be to um, upset a team, or beat a team they're not supposed to, and what that can mean for the program and what that can mean for their career. I like her game too. I think she's gonna have a real breakout season. Riddle me this, because I was thinking about this yesterday. If Juju stays an extra year at USC, will she be leaving college the same time as Jazzy to the W? Or am I wrong? No. Wait. Okay, she'll be a junior, right? Next year. Jazzy's a sophomore. She leaves more like the same year as Kennedy. Remember? Kennedy was like right behind her. Jazzy will, Jazzy's a freshman. Juju will be a junior. And then she'll play again, I believe, and she'll be a senior. Or they might call it a something something senior, but she's not in the same. She would be the class of 28. Jazzy's a class of 2029. Correct, yeah. And that's where the clash comes with people, where um, there was a, like, oh, well, Sarah's going to be number one draft pick in 2020. I said, I don't give a damn what class you put Juju in. She's the number one draft pick. What happened to her, and I've heard experts say, does not change her prospect. It does not change her draft stock, unless her knee is just didn't recover. Unless she just doesn't look at Paige. She still was the number one draft. Have you seen Olivia, the Venture prospect who committed to UConn? Play Olivia. No, I thought it was a player, Buhsa or something like that. I don't know who that is, Tulip. Okay, you have to school me on that one. Hi, I'm the creepy old lady. What's crayons? Crayons sounds like something from, I don't know. Get on it. What do you call it? Wrenches. Um, what is that girl? Yeah, that's the name. Oh, that's what. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I didn't recognize the name. Yes, yes, that's who he went after. I think it's like. Okay, did you guys see the list of the current rankings for next year's, what college has the number one draft class, right? We were ranked number one. I think Notre Dame was ranked three, and some Notre Dame people feel like what prospects that Nell Ivy received, even though they're great, pretty awesome, they weren't better than what we picked up with Saniyah and Satya, and that's why we're number one. And they didn't like the ranking, and the pickup for UConn with Olivia Wakasa is has them ranked number 8. What do you think her mobility? And the reason I could be wrong about this, I think when they look at not only the prospect of how good these prospects were, obviously Saniyah is a number one draft pick, but that doesn't necessarily make you have the best draft class because we have the number one draft in Jazzy, but that didn't give us the best class. I think this year, I think LSU had like a bunch of 5 stars, McDonald All Americans. You know, they just didn't have the number one pick. But it's what the number one pick and Satya bring to what we currently have. I think that makes us that could make us why we were the number one draft pick. But it says a lot to say that we got 2 and other people got 3 or 4, or he got the Picasso international player, and you still don't have a better pick draft class. That's pretty good. LSU has the number one. Yes, on the floor right now. Yeah, I don't think they will be signing any guards for next season. Correct. Yeah, yeah. So, and that's what I was saying. Just because we had, Jazzy, arguably, I think you guys can tell if you look at Jazzy and you look at Chavez. Even though I'm not gonna beat Chavez up for how she's been playing, I still think she's gonna figure it out. Um, I still give Jazzy the edge. SE signed the number 17 prospect a couple of days ago. Uh huh. Yeah, they did, but they're not the number. They don't have the number one pick. Yeah, I think I'm hoping Chavez will get it together. I agree with you. Yeah, and I think it's all about fit. What's a good fit and what's not a good fit. I think we choose our players by not because of the number one. I don't think Sarah Strong would be a fit for and to go, for our program for many reasons. I mean, it fits perfectly for her to be at UConn. Chavez made Neepkins look like 2016 Kyrie. I saw her do the spin back and then come forward, and then Chavez completely went to the right. I was like, "Girl, where are you going?" And then I don't even think what's her name? I was like, Neepkins didn't juke you that bad. I think she was anticipating, or maybe Neepkins got her on skates. I don't know. Tulip plays. It's decent. She's okay. She kind of crafty, heady. Hey, Tulip. Miss D said, please don't. Please didn't. Um, Neepkins play for Team USA in the American Cup. Yeah, I think. Yeah, she did. She did. And I was proud of her running up and down the court, keeping up. I thought Neepkins was a straight shooter, but she did a number on job. She did. She did. She did. She did. She did, y'all. I thought, okay, then you said, yeah, but she's a shooter. She ain't saucy like that. Nika was pulling out moves I ain't seen before when she saw Leah trying to guard her. I yelled. Did you guys notice that the seniors, anytime Chavez came near them, they were like, oh, lunch meat. They wanted to introduce her to college ball purposely. And then Chavez said, let me step up. I want to meet this challenge. And she couldn't. She was getting duped. She was fouling, and she was just a little bit too aggressive. But they was like taking a tour, like welcome to the league, welcome to the college. Neefkin was crossing Chavez up like she was a young Kobe. I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, I don't remember Neefkin playing like this, but go ahead, I love it. She learned them down in South America. Yeah, that's when you do it in the summer, playing in Chile. I try to tell you, my man, she's a good player, but Enrique is the ceiling. Jazzy's a unicorn. She's a different caliber. She is she is a little Satu Sabli. I tried to tell people before the game how Kevin was gonna put the clamps on Chavez. Yeah, she did. She got a little height on her too. She must have played some soccer out there because the footwork was saucy. We gotta leave Chavi Guerrero alone. I love me some Aaliyah Chavez still, y'all. I just hope she develops some both ends. Give her time. Give her time. She's just a freshman. Her defense is bad. She'll make many shooting guards look like a driving Iverson. Miss D ain't holding back. It was that bad though. It really was. It was on national TV. Listen, listen, listen. We're giving her grace and everything, but when you play on national TV, this and you are highly regarded, you don't stink up the court. You have to rise to the occasion because it gets even worse when you get to your tournament, like the SEC tournaments, and then you get to the first and second round, and you want to start getting into the top 32 of the game. Then you want to get to the Sweet 16, and then you want to start playing in the Elite Eight and the Final Four. It gets deeper. So as you can't be freezing up. Not if you're asking for $1 million, bro. No, mm-mm, no. If it don't get better in the next 3 or 4 months, I don't give a damn what you guys say. Don't ask me. Don't talk to me about you know being $1 million player. My player didn't even get $1 million. I don't give a damn. You need to goddamn play basketball. What do you think of her shooting release? I feel like she's pushing at the shot. It doesn't look fluid. It doesn't look fluid. No, it doesn't. Do we think Sienna is clearly better than Aaliyah? Because we know Aaliyah isn't on the same level as Jazzy. I gotta see a Sienna play. I didn't like what I saw in Chile. I liked what I saw prior to that with Sienna a lot, and then she just started slowing down, watching the game a lot. Even if you don't play offense, you have to play defense. Absolutely, Miss D. Absolutely. Highly regarded. 1 million in NIL paper. Yeah, you better show out. Talk about it, ball for real. Talk about it. I'm not gonna lie. Forget Jazzy and Sienna. You gotta worry about Sakaya. I love Sakaya Johnson. Oh, I love Sakaya Johnson. I've been low key. You guys don't know it. I kept saying it. Like, I was like, I would not put her over Jazzy, but I was like, Sakaya Johnson, Bella Hines, watch out. LSU, watch out. Watch out. Yeah, I totally agree. There's no reason why she shouldn't be going down at least dropping 24 to 30. Top, whatever you think. I mean, think about it. You're trying to run the team, though. I don't think she should be dropping 24 30 from a point guard position. Um, Not when you got like somebody like Reagan Beers who you need to feed the ball into. And then she's got all these jackrabbits around her that weren't keeping still, so she really didn't know. Like, like those jackrabbits used to come in this, off the bench last year, and they were the catalyst to the game that from with the players that they had on the court. They were like more half court setup type of game. Now she's like, well, I want to have a much more up tempo game. I want to have a team that can run with UCLA. And so, but that's all the black girls was doing was running. Nobody posted. Nobody got to the midi. Nobody kept still. So I don't know that Chavez knew what to do with that. They weren't setting no screen for him. They weren't even looking for her. To be honest with you, Jazzy Sakaya Johnson way better than her. Yep, I agree, Miss D. For now, let's see what the coach does and how she fixes that because that didn't look good. Who you running with through? So who would you run it through? Beers, Sahara, and Aaliyah. They need to keep still. They were just. I couldn't even. I didn't even. They just run up and down like there's no. Ugh, I didn't like it. And then they. I didn't like it. Then they took out Beers and Betts because the big girls couldn't keep up, right? So I was like, oh, here we go, we're gonna have a track meet. But it was just up and down, nothing scored, nothing made. It was just oof. It's just not fun to watch. And all of the teams have been doing it, including us. We were doing it a little bit too, but there were a lot more made baskets up and down then. Like they needed to settle in. And I just felt like UCLA settled in a lot sooner than they did. I found out in the last week that Koba has a midi for LSU. Yep, Koba looks really comfortable, happy. I think she likes it over there. She ain't got to do all that, RC. She should have aimed for 20 and 7, work on the defense. Exactly. She ain't got to do all that. Chavez don't really, hell no. She's not a 24 and 30 yet. Like, no way. She would need to shoot a whole lot of shots to get that right now. She doesn't even have a spot on the floor, RC, if you know what I mean. She hasn't figured out where her spot is. She shoots from everywhere. Like, she doesn't, because the game is sped up for her and a little bit more physical, she doesn't have like a favorite shot that even if somebody is in her face, she can score in. She don't have a favorite spot at all. She got to find her spot where it's just automatic. Damn, I wish AB never left. Really? No, she's fine where she is. She would have got some run, but we got it. We got London. I'll take that because London can drive. Avery couldn't. I don't want Avery. I'll take London. Oklahoma went about 6 minutes without scoring, I believe, in the second half, and that's gross. It was. It was just, I was exhausted watching it. It looks like 5 individuals playing 5 different styles of basketball. Damn! You put that perfect. You talking about Oklahoma. Henry, you nailed it. It looked like 5 different styles of basketball going on the court. And the 5 individuals doing 5 different things. That's what I was trying to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. Put a star on that right there, right there. That comment right there is exactly what I was going in my head. Like when I think about it and when I thought about it, I was like, it was just 5 individuals doing 5 different things. And I feel bad for each other because she couldn't figure, as a point, no one heard her voice. No one looked to her. Like Malia would be like, hold up, stop, get here, get there. You know what I'm saying? Like Malia became a junior and she was like, this is not what, this is, hey. Settle down. Like they wouldn't even look, she's got to command them to be like, hold up. You doing too much and you doing too much. Settle down. It was like 5 individual players doing 5 different styles of basketball. Oh my God, Henry took the words out of my mouth. Oh my God, it gave me a headache. I couldn't even watch it. Dude, FSU, Kentucky have some good freshmen coming in next year, dude. Hey, basketball is all the way around. It's going to be some good stuff going on. I ain't going to lie. But I can't be watching it like what I just saw. Cobalt wasn't afraid to shoot the midi at Notre Dame either. Yeah, but she seemed like she just kind of like gave up and didn't even care if she got back on the court or not. They need to find their identity. Yeah, maybe she should have went to Texas. No, let's just hold up. Let's just wait. Let me just wait, Miss D. Let me just wait. B. Will, she had to take advantage of the time she got at Notre Dame. Looked like she'll be playing a lot more minutes this season. Yeah, she looks happier at LSU. Didn't rewatch the game, but I might get a feel for what Henry is saying. What I will say is Aaliyah seemed like she was kind of let's see if this one will go. Oh, okay, let's see if this one. Yeah, but they weren't even like queuing in that help the girl like get a shot. Get they don't even communicate. I don't feel a connection from them yet. That's all. Jersey and Bree Crittenden have committed yet. Where should they go? I think Jersey should go to UConn. What do you think, Tulip? Bree Crittenden haven't committed yet. Where should you go? I don't know about Bree Crittenden. I can't remember how she played, who that is. I know the name for sure. I think Jersey want to be the last one to say where she's going. Because I don't understand why you didn't say, if you knew where you were going, why you didn't just say it right after the visit? Why, yeah, that's true. But I always thought she had a nice shot. She just lacked confidence. Yeah, she thought, I agree with that, B. Will. Might have been the locker room drama at Notre Dame for Cobalt. It was. Miss D, I didn't want to say it. You said it. Jersey going to UCLA. But that's not one of the choices. Be right back. Hurry back because I'm about to shut it down because it's 2:30. Got an hour before the game start, and I'm gonna settle in to watch that. Yeah, Jersey to UConn or Texas makes sense. AZ will be gone, and Texas could use more buckets. Yeah, I kind of feel like I really feel that Tulip. I kind of feel that it makes her not an enemy of USC. She loves us. We love her. It makes her not have to choose between even South Carolina being so far away from home. But UConn's even further, right? But I just feel like he could help her game because she just seems undersized. Like I don't know what position Jersey would play, and I feel like she could fill in right where Az left off. Plus, she likes to drive. She likes to bang. Um, I just don't know where her style of game fits. But you guys said Texas, huh? Okay. Del Rosario, has anyone seen her play? No. I've seen her get in a couple minutes in the exhibition, but she's been not happy because she's not getting any minutes, but she hasn't really changed her game at all. Jew, best player out there that no one is talking about. Oh, hold on. South Carolina got drama with Mouse and Tessa allegedly got into it. Damn, you heard it. I already knew that part. I didn't want to say nothing, but now that you've said it and I've heard others saying it. At first, everybody was like in study hall. I was like, ain't nobody suspended for no study hall. Suspension means like you're fighting. There's something else going on. And that doesn't always end well. Um, like Don says, it's going to be evaluated day by day. So there's going to have to be some humbling going on or something. Like, unfortunately, damn, you got into it with Tessa. I can't even picture that, honestly. UCLA's chance to win. This is UCLA's chance to win the Natty next year. They're cooked. Juju, what games you gonna watch? Man, I just went over the games, Be Will, and there were so many from Kentucky to Louisville to LSU to Notre Dame. It was so many games going on. I said that I'm gonna be switching back and forth, and whatever game is like popping and kind of like interesting, like it's holding my attention, I'll stop there. And if I see somebody about to be upset, I'm gonna stop right there. And if I really see an upset today, I'm damn sure gonna come up here and we're gonna talk about it. They try to say it was academics, Miss Dean. I'm like, I don't know. We just started. It's November. We just had midterms. You could have bad grades in your midterms and still be playing, and then if it's not good from my college days, then you would take a class or two during the interim, during the winter break, right, to catch up for spring, like, and then if you do bad in the spring, you go to summer school for that. Like, you don't get nah, you don't get nah. Nah, she got into it with somebody. That's what happened, unfortunately. Tula plays okay. I'll check them out. UCLA is not winning no natties. Chicago. We are Chicago. I'm an LSU fan and Kim Mulkey. So you know, until they start playing some people that that's ranked, I can't really. I think they are coming up, but they got to show me something on a ranked team, and definitely damn sure better show me something during the SEC. You going to the SC USC Classic, Juju? Damn sure I am, Miss D. Told you that. I've been having my ticket over a year. They have a shot at Kiki. Step up Chicago. Anything can happen. She and Don were scrapped. No, don't start that rumor, but still. Ain't nobody scrapping with Don. Oh, hell no. Oh, I ain't even fighting Dawn. She seemed like her mouth would get me before anything else. Yeah, stop it, Brazil. Shoot, she got too much power. You'd be crazy to be trying to go up against Dawn. She'll snatch your scholarship so quick. press charges on you, champ will bite you. Ain't no way. Cheetah, I have fun. I have them for the final four. We'll see. I can't wait till you guys start saying this is what I want. This is what I'm waiting for. I can't wait till you guys start saying like I got USC for the final four. I can't wait till you guys start saying that. I can't wait. Fight Don, you are never allowed in Philly again. Right. Uh-huh. Did you watch my video last? Oh, you watched Miss D or mine? Brazil, you gotta go and say, well, y'all watch my video after I come up. Make sure that you make a comment and let me know you were there. If I, because usually you guys come up and you chit chat with me, which is really bomb. But if you come through, hit the like button and then leave a comment and let me know that you came through. I really like some people. They'll stop and I can tell they watched it because they'll have their own takeaways. Um, and I like that. They give me their takeaway, then I can either comment or thumbs up, heart, or disagree or not agree. Whatever the case it may be. But we what we want is just dialogue, and we want conversation. Um, yeah, leave a comment because I think you used to do that before, Brazil. Then I know you came through and I'm like, because I hadn't heard from you a long time, and you're one of my riches. My dog got scared because my phone buzzed right near her. Yeah, and that would be great. And then it let me, or ask me a question or something like that. And then when you ask me questions about something I said or something you just want to know, then it kind of gives me an idea of something to talk about when I come back up because I love talking with you guys. Addison Bourne. I remember Addison, I think from Overtime Select, Tulip. What's good? Jacob, we're about to go now. The games are about to start. Did you see how many games that we're playing, Jacob? I think Jacob got class today, guys. Make sure he's focused. He only got class once a week, so he needs to be focused on his classwork. Hope you can get pictures. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that, Miss D. Okay, it's easier for me to get pictures at the Galen Center, but I am sitting in row 101. Oh, it's easier for me to get the pictures at the Galen. I'll take pictures, but I wanted as far as like team, the players like I've been doing. How can I get the opposite team? I want to take a who do you want me to take a picture with on South Carolina? If I can get down there. Like if I were to look up and be able to get down there, who do you guys want to see a picture with? Oh, Raven, huh? You want me to get a picture with Raven and Don? I don't really know the other girls. Oh, I like Tanaya too. What up, Jonathan Gonzalez? We're about to wrap up, and now y'all gonna come through. Hit that like button, y'all. Oh, any of the Gamecocks? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do. I don't bother them when they warm up. I usually say something after. I might say something to them. If I'm in courtside, I'll say something. Um, Hi to them, when they're warming up. But they're kind of like be focused and they be doing their little drill, trying to do their thing. But where can I get them? I'll figure it out. Next year, when my homegirl that's Don's friend comes, then I'm gonna meet Don and the team and stuff like that. I'll do some stuff that way. Because I showed you my book that Don signed and everything to me, so I'll be able to meet her and get photos with whoever you want me to at the time. So that I think because I'm gonna be coming to South Carolina, I'm telling myself that because I don't like to fly, so getting on the plane is gonna be a big deal. But I got a big motivation to do this. One being that my grandfather is from South Carolina, and my last name is all over South Carolina. I got to find out what that's all about. Besides the obvious, right? The plantation. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Y'all gonna give it both my squads, ain't y'all? USC gonna take it to Iowa. Yeah, well, I gotta get Iowa back for that because that crap I got sick of hearing. USC Iowa. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Iowa. I think I'm gonna sit courtside for you, RC, for the Iowa game. I put them down. I know, Jonathan, and that's my fault. And that's my fault. I gotta do better. Sometimes I'm gonna pop up, but yeah, I need to do better. Like, hey, like the night before the USC game, I need to like schedule it so it'll pop up and then you can get notified. I wonder if you will meet up with Danae and Seth in South Carolina. Of course, if they're there. Oh, I forgot Danae lives there, huh? If I tell her and she's gonna go to the game, yeah, I will. Another capable to guard multiple positions. But next year, which position do you want each of the starting five guard? You're right. Gosh, that's a great question. Damn, that's a great question because I already see all five of them there, and I hate to move Malia out of the way, but Jazzy may be able to handle the point at that time. Saniyah can play point too. Juju can play. I think it'll be like um, Jazzy to Ju shooting guard to Saniyah 3 to Kennedy 4 to Saniyah 5. Can you remember what I said? Try to remember what I said, and then we'll talk about it when next year happens. But they're going to be all interchangeable of what I just said, because when the ball gets brought up out of the rebound, because they all can sprint down, they could all bring it up, and then it was like, how do we even it out, pass it, and go get in position, or start the offense right then, or score from there. But yeah, Jazzy can play point. Juju's the shooting guard. Number 3 is Jazzy at the wing, like the KD side. KD, even though Jazzy's sort of a Satu Sabli, um, Kendall also can post up. I trust her posting up a little bit more than Jazz, but Jazz wants to post up. She's shown us, but they haven't been able to get her the ball. And then Satya 5. Satya, Taya, probably 5. And defensively, it can switch. Somebody take the point, somebody take the guard. They may not come down guarding the same their position. You think Kenny will be better suited guarding the 4 than Saniyah? Yeah, because Saniyah can shoot the hell out of that ball. Saniyah can shoot to it. Saniyah can shoot. She can shoot. She can shoot the 3 better. Hit the icon, Jonathan. Hit the quad. Hit the quad. So we're gonna talk about that too. Remember what I said, right? And I told you that's still gonna be interchangeable, okay? I see Kennedy. I know that Kennedy's gonna, find that. I think she has a baseline 3 more so than the slot 3, but I think she's a great mid range right there at the corner of each free throw. And Jazzy can just do it all. So it don't matter. So, well, I just subscribed to you, so I'll get the notifications of doing a live, uploading new videos. Thank you, Jonathan, and go back and see the last couple because you haven't missed much. Just got back and settled into doing this, so yeah. Who do you want at point of attack? Who do you want on the best big on the 4, etc.? Just seeing everyone. Good luck for your favorite team. Yes, we're gonna talk. Hopefully, when I get back after the game Saturday night, if I'm not out socializing, and I live quite a ways from down in LA right now. So if I'm still excited and it's not too late, I'm gonna pop up here, especially if we won, just to see your reaction because I won't know what your reaction is. Oh, you meant defense too. Which player should each guard? Damn, that it's so interchangeable, Tulip. It doesn't really matter. Except for Jew can't take a 4, a big 4. I've seen that. I don't want them sitting on her like that. Kennedy can. Saniyah looks kind of big and strong to me. No, but my godson just showed me pictures from it last night. He's been inside and he told me about the 3D surround IMAX thing that goes around it. But I drove by it last weekend and looks nice. He was talking about this little play basketball courts out front that you can shoot on and stuff like that. But it's beautiful. It looks really good. It looks better than the Staples Center, he said. And he said they got little controls at the arm where because like you go to some games you can hit the QR and then you vote on stuff. He said it's on the armrest. And he said that like when they ask you to put the phone up and turn your light on and how it lights up, he said they have something that does that already. Like you know, it's really nice. To be honest with you, Saniyah has the most weight of the four. She might, yeah, Tulip. That's what I was wondering. I need to. Saniyah, Tulip. I was thinking that, or Kennedy, right? But remember when Saniyah got MVP in World Athletics? Did she ever go down there and play the four? And that will tell me, yeah. Then I'll answer that. It's real cool, Misty. It's really nice in Inglewood. I used to live in Inglewood by the farm. It's not far from the farm. But tell me that if this, did you see Saniyah play the four like a big body this summer? I forget the high schoolers, but like international players. You want Jazzy or Kenny defending the point guard? They can because they're long. Kennedy used to do it last year. She used to guard Kiki Rice. She used to do like that to Kennedy all the time. I mean Kiki all the time. She's always like she guarded the point. And then sometimes it was crazy. It was like they were just all over. They were just all interchangeable. Saniyah was switchy, huh? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's like it's so fun, and what's so good about them is that how sometimes you're rebounding all crazy, and then you got to look for your man while you got another man over here, and then you got to end up switching. You can with them, they can just stay where they are. It doesn't matter to stay where you are until the switch has to happen. So that way you don't get caught under. You can actually fight to go over the screen, and if you switch on the screen, it doesn't matter because you all are 6'2" and above. Well, Kennedy 6'1", 6'1", 6'2", 6'2" and a half, 6'3". It just goes you know all the way up. And you don't even have to play them all at the same time. Everybody can get some time of rest. Like Jew coming back from a knee injury, even though it'll be a good year and a half, like you still can give her time on the bench, and play other players. With Betts and Beards graduating, Satya ain't gonna worry about nobody in the Big Ten. Nope. I mean, Gracie Merkel we ran her till her tongue fell out. Like, I mean, who else? I don't even know who else is in the Big Ten that's big when they leave. Iowa got anybody? Indiana? Is anybody coming that's big in the Big Ten? I wasn't even worried about Bess last year because I knew that Clarice. I've been watching Clarice guard her for years, and Clarice just bugs her. Like, and then when Jew finally, like second half, slid down, I always knew she could. I don't know why she didn't often do that. But when she finally was like, "Let me slide down and help," um, and I saw them against North Carolina State do better with the help side than they did the first game. So it sounds like they're talking. Now I need them. Now I need my Trojans to stop letting uh, the slip out, the run out, because that's what UConn will do. We stopped UConn from their ring around the rosy, um, backdoor cut, slip bull crap. Now I got to stop, them from, the run out. Teams are going to get locked down and then ran out the gym. Pretty much. Pretty much. I know it when I see it. I've seen too many teams like the team that she's creating. We used to have it in the 80s. Um, Even though Cheryl Miller and USC was as bomb as they were, Long Beach used to like it didn't matter who got the ball at the rim. They used to run their asses up and down that court. Cynthia McGee, I didn't give a damn. Cheryl, all of them. It was just like you talk about a track meet. You talk about a lockdown defense. Like they used to give them hell. Teams are going, yeah. Bradley Beal. Oh yeah, I remember her. Is out for the season with a hip fracture. Whoa, poor guys. Oh, damn. I hate injuries. So many injuries in sports. Like I should have went into sports medicine. It was like the beginning, at the tip of my high school career. It was like sports medicine was like on the rise, and I did a research paper my senior year. I got an A on it. It was our first research paper. We were learning how to write research papers college style with where you cite your sources and all this kind of stuff. And it was a really good paper, and I think it was because I was interested, and it was I found as much as information as I could on it of sports medicine because it was fairly new, and I was like, I really like that. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So I'm talking a long time ago. I don't even tell you. I don't even want to tell you how long ago that. Let me see. When was I in high school last? 43 years ago. I was interested in sports medicine. Yep, yep. I didn't want to be like I didn't want to be like I didn't want to be like a. What is it? The trainers, physical train, whatever. That was. I didn't want to do that, and I wanted to study stuff like why do women suffer ACLs at a high rate more than say the men, or what are the causes, like stuff. Try to figure out the causes and put a stop to it. Yeah, everybody always asks me that too. That's so funny you say that. They do that. No, I originally was a hooper, and I could play softball too. And um, the track coach came into the gym and said I was going to run track. I had ran a meet, like one meet in middle school, and I knew about track, loved Wilma Rudolph, knew track, knew about the Olympics, knew all that. I wanted to be fast. I wouldn't have mind running track, but it wasn't my first love. And it was like, well, you should, I was cut fairly skinny, and they were like, it's gonna make you stronger for basketball, and that's all I needed to hear. So it was like, yeah. So that's how it happened. I was like, oh, okay, I want to get stronger. I want to stay in shape, and that's what it was for. But I ended up being really good at it, like one of the top. My second year, I was number one in Northern California in 100 meters. Number one, going back and forth, number one and number two in Northern California. Do you want to hoop originally or the track? Yes, so it was hoop. People are doing a big study on female athletes. Oh yeah, I thank goodness. Keep me up on that tulip. I want to know all about that. I never ran the 40. 50. I ran the 50. Like we did 50s yard dashes constantly, like growing up, and then I ran 100 meters, and then when I was in my freshman year, it was yards. So I ran like at the end of the season 11.7, and then my sophomore year they switched to meters, so that's an extra 10 yards, right? So, but during that season, my junior season, they did 100 yards one last time, and it was like a 10.8, and then my junior year I did a win aided 11.7, and then Olympic trials is 11.6, but it was win aided. Did you sprinters are born? Yes, sprinters are born. Yeah, it was time. It was 11.7. I think hand time and win aided. So they had to put 2 meters on it. But then so sometimes the record book will say 11.8. Sometimes it'll say 11.7. And then there's times my electric times are like under 12 flat. And then my 200 meters um in a trial I did like 24.3. And that was fast at the time. Like the college girls like Flojo, they do 23s. So I did like 20, low 24. And then I ran a quarter too, like 54, 55, something like around there. Never, no, no. See, the thing is, I could never do that because my Jackie Jordan, she's a friend of mine. She was at UCLA at the time, and she played a little basketball and track, but she told my coach that I have the speed. They were like, if you want Julie to be able to run even faster, she's a two-sport athlete. So by the time I get out of basketball, um, I only had about a month or so to get to qualify for Division II nationals, and only the top two will go to the D1 nationals. So she was like, she has a speed, she doesn't have the strength. So I wasn't doing the same conditioning work that they did in the fall to carry me over to that strength needed to carry me over into basketball. So it was really exceptional for me to do what I was doing at the time. Like just stop basketball, do some training and make me go forward instead of sideways because of basketball. My muscles would go out. Like if I came out of the blocks, I go instead of, you know, so I had to get it all like that. And then I didn't just, compete in one sport. And then I did 4 events. I was lightning. I tried. Glad to see you're back. I don't know what's up with the Discord, but sports have had me down this year. Yeah, yeah. I already told you what as far as what sports had me down about is injuries. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I was so excited to see the US, for instance, like the USC lineup, and then Ashlyn got hurt, and then Chloe got hurt, Juju got hurt. Um, I mean, even in pro sports, men's sports, it's just pisses me off. These injuries. It's like, what is this? What is this? Are they? Is the equipment not up to par? Like you really got to do a study. Like the way they found out about the turf, they thought it was a great idea to have turf. Then they found out about turf toe and jamming people's legs, jamming and knees tearing up, right? And then I always talk about high top, low top, mid level shoes and all that. It's just across the board. It's like irritates me. Like when people I feel bad. Like the best of the best going down. Look at Jaden. Jaden breaking, dislocating the elbow and carrying on. It's just ridiculous. What you run, Tulip? I ran a 14.6. It was in PE, huh? Yeah, with tennis shoes, right? It was for fun. I'm gonna try dip under 13 before I go to college. Okay. Yeah, I ran a in tennis shoes on an all weather track in eighth grade, a 12 flat in 100 yards. So by the end of the season, my freshman year, I actually brought that time from 12 flat to 11.7. But I had a girl on my team that was faster than me. She was a year older. Usually the girls that were faster than me my freshman year were older than me. And then that summer I worked out, and then that's when it was the 1980 Olympic year, and I had an Olympic coach in the area asked could he train me, and my coach said no. So was your 11.7? My 11.7 was my 11.7 was 100 meters. It was 100 meters. You see what they're doing, what they're running now. 10.7s. I'm always like a whole 10 yards behind the elitist runners of the day. Like, like, like if I run 11.7 and they run, which they weren't running at the time, like 10.7, 10.8, right? That's like on the field. It's like 10 yards. Like the fast, like Evelyn and all them, they're like 10 yards ahead of me. And I think about 10 yards. I want to say 10 meters like ahead of me, and I didn't even have no real training like that. I was playing basketball. I just jumped on a track. It wasn't even like I ran track for a living. Like it wasn't my all year round sport. And that's why Jackie Joyner was saying to him, like, just imagine if she didn't play basketball. I couldn't give it up. I love basketball too much. You know? Until you had them wheels. Yeah, you're born to run. You're actually, I don't know. I have to agree with that because I have no idea why I was that fast. It runs in my family a little bit, but you really are kind of born to run. Like it's a gift. It definitely is. It's not like basketball. I feel like I can control certain things, but track is different. It's like you can do everything they ask you to do. They can train you, da, 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 and you got to have it in here, your heart, you know. But it's like it's just like some days you're fast, some days, I mean, it's like some you win, some you don't. But it's like I can't even explain why I'm running that fast. It's like a you're born to do it. It's like a gift. You like it really feels something like for me it feels kind of out of body a little bit, but it feels good though when you're moving that fast. It feels good. Like whoever thought when I think about it now, running a quarter, which is the 400 meters all the way around. Who the hell thinks about sprinting out of the blocks and sprinting the whole time under a minute around that whole oval? Not me. Like I can't believe I did that. Ran a 10.6. Oh yeah, my homeboy she swam in 1992. You must tell me there were high school girls running as fast as me. No, 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 sir. No, there were not no girls running 10.6 in high school. Hell no. The fastest runner at the time was in my area in the 80s, Sharon Ware. And then when she graduated, I got to take that spot in Northern California. She set a record of 11.3 in the California State meet, right? About 10 or so years later, and maybe your class, comes Marion Jones of Southern California. She broke the record and set it at 11.1 in high school. So no, we were not running no 10.6. We don't even barely run that now. My personal best is 14.2, which is like a 12.9 100-yard converted. So what is okay? All right. So like okay, do you have endurance? Like you could take that if you run that fast, right? You could take that and maybe run a 800. Maybe you have endurance. Although this is an unpopular thing to say, but it's most likely food quality related to injury. Okay, I can agree. Um, I can agree because I heard story about the injuries that took place to D Rose, and they equated him with eating all that Skittles sugar. He was like an obsessive eater of it, and they found out later that it contributed to him not being able to stay healthy. So I might be inclined to feel that what you just said, the okay, so you're thinking of that. Well, you can eat organic chicken. They're eating a lot more healthier now, a lot more healthier than when I did. I barely ate well at all. If I had the nutrition and the hydration testing that they do I follow USC and I hear everything that they do. I was like, if I ate better, please. I probably ate once a day and used to go to practice. Henry said, "You're born fast, but to improve an elite level and maintain exercise, dieting, and muscle are necessary." Yeah, yeah. And the studies that I was doing as a youngster, I learned about fast twitch muscles. Whether you have fast twitch muscles, right? And then the way that I jump at 5'8", like able to touch rim and stuff like that, is like, having the elongated calves and I don't know why. That was another thing that was exceptional about my with my height and speed is and I play bigger than what um a lot of girls, they don't finger roll like I did. They don't glide in the air. They're not I don't they get up and they come back down like kind of like clunk, where myself, like, my more that type player, like I leap in the air a lot and hang in the air. Like they don't do too much of that. And that's cool because if you can get it done without doing it, and you know what I'm saying, like a lot of times I look at you and I'm thinking, why you don't figure all that? But she doesn't waste a lot of motion. I'm running again next week. What time should I aim for? Okay, you're gonna run 100 meters. You could probably knock that 12:9 down because by working on your start, like Malaysia. Yes, 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 do it. Yes, D. Yes, yes. I can do a lot of things before I even get to the basket. Yes, and it's not because at all hot dogging. It's just something to get the ball to here to there or go around the defense. My reason for ever doing anything like that was never to be like a hot dog because I would never want to be embarrassed like she does. It would be because it would just come out of instinct that I need to switch it to this hand or something. I would never do it. If I got an wide open layup, I'm just gonna lay it up. I don't need to do like woo, 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 woo. No, I'm not doing all that. That's embarrassing. But no, Tulip, you got to work on your start, okay? And you want to work on your reaction time. When you hear that, you gotta react to it. You gotta react to the gun or whatever it is that they're saying, and your reaction time and you getting out from you know start and staying low and then driving up. Your start is good. Tulip, I don't have a top end. Oh yeah, yeah, the top end. Yeah, 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 yeah. The top end speed. Ooh. Well, you gotta. Do you have any heels to work out on or steps? Let me tell you, when you start to slow down, pump your arms to drive your knees up. Pump your arms, and come back and tell me what your time is after that. What you guys think? B Will ran track. Yeah, you was about to say heels. Yeah. My 200 always got better when we got to the hill workout. My mom is family is from the West Indies, and she used to say that they were fast because they eat yams and run hills. Hills are just the best. Like it teaches you to drive, 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 drive. And when the lactic acid, when your legs start burning, you got to keep driving to get up that hill. But I was glad to hear that she said her start was good. It was she starts to fade. So what I would say when you start to fade at the end, that's when you got to drive your arms, pump your arms, and make your legs move. Oh, your 40 was a 4.9. Dang, you are quick at the. What happens at the end? How'd you go from 4.9 to? Oh, you can't maintain. Oh, you're quick. Oh, okay. I read this book because my coach told me after my freshman sophomore year, during my sophomore, he said, "You need to read more books." I like find, well, I didn't know where to find these books, but I found one about Jesse Owens, and Jesse said he would imagine that he was running over hot coals, and that's where he would like. When I pictured myself running over hot coals, it made my times went all the way down my sophomore year. Yeah, she going 4.9. Yeah. So Yeah. So what he said was pretend like you're running across hot gold. I mean, imagine all the way through that 100. You gotta, you gotta. You know how you don't want to step on the coals, and that's where my turnover came. And that's when it all clicked. When I pictured what he was saying, I pictured myself like, if I were to run across 100 meters of hot coals, how would I do it? And when I did it, everything happened. Everything changed. Picture that, hot coals. You don't want to stay because every time you touch the ground, you don't want to feel it because that's what they would do, right? Africans would do. If they would run over hot coals, and they would do it because their feet are not resting on the coal. Every time they hit, they came back up. Every time they hit, they came back up. They never allowed themselves to touch the ground. So pretend like you're running over hot coals, and then come back and tell me what happens. I'm serious. All right, I'm gonna shut it down because the game is about to come on. You slow down about 80 with 20 to go. That's a strength. That's a strength. You should you shouldn't be slowing down at 20 meters. Matter of fact, you don't need to even get out as fast as you're getting out. You just need to like build up. Okay? You need to build into the race, not waste it all in the beginning. The race is not over. You don't need to beat everybody out. You don't see Sha'Carri Richardson beating everybody out, do you? She has top end speed. They'd be ahead of her and she runs them down. Okay, wait, I just checked myself. I couldn't have been a 10-6 because that would have won states. Right. I was gonna say, boy, you was fast. My boys were at state meet. But 10-6 was rolling. Yeah, those I knew the top guys that ran that. I was like, dang, you was rolling. And then tell me what that time is next month. But for sure, then you could come out with all you got. But in 100, I just need you to build up so that your top end would be the last 80, not the first 20. Okay, update me to a. No, well, we'll talk soon. We'll be back. You know, I'm gonna come back, guys. It was great talking to everybody. Let's watch these games that are coming up. There's a lot of good ones on today. No ranked matchups, but we can get an idea of our favorite teams. Okay, you guys? All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace in the Middle East. Great show. Love talking to y'all. Leave a comment, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and subscribe. Peace. Watch my new intro, outro.